Welcome back, guys. In this video, we'll talk about the syntax, comments, and variables in Python. So first and the foremost thing you need to do is open Python idle. That is the Python interpreter which I made you download in the last video. So if you haven't checked out the last video, make sure to watch it. So you just need to type idle in search box. So when it opens, you just need to print, and you can say, let's say, hello world, and when we run this you can see hello world printed out in the terminal. So that's the very basic statement of Python. You just need to write print followed by two parentheses and double inverted commas and write anything you want. Okay, so we can now declare variables. We can create multiple variables. So what are variables? Variable is something which stores some value, though there are some empty variables. So let's define one variable. We can define a variable by simply writing the name of the variable, writing an equal sign, and we can now assign its value. So now let's say I have assigned 1 to it, which will be its integer value. So if I check out the variable, that is 1, here's the result. So next thing we can do is that variable can only have letters from A to Z, 0 to 9, or an underscore. Means you can't define a variable with A dot D. It's a syntax error, so you can't do that. You can just say A underscore D 1 2 3 4 is equal to 1, and that's all. But one more thing comes, that you can start a variable with either underscore or either a letter from A to Z. You can't start a variable with a numerical like 2A blah blah blah, and if I try assigning a value to it, it says syntax error because you can't start a variable with any numerical value. I can say A, and that's all. And if I check its value, A, it's 1. Now next thing is that A is equal to 1 and A is equal to 2 are two different values. Means Python is case sensitive. Lowercase a and uppercase a are different. Next thing is that you also can assign multiple values to multiple values at a time. Like let's say A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, and C is equal to 3. And I can say print A, print B, and print C. So regardless of doing that, we can just simply write A, comma B, comma C is equal to 1, comma 2, comma 3. So what have we done here is we have assigned the value that A will be assigned the value of 1, B will be assigned the value of 2, and C will be assigned the value of 3. So it's in respective system that the values will be assigned respectively. And so next thing which I want you guys to do is that this setup is not very handy, so what we can do is we can say file, new file, and you will see one window popping up. So we can just split them, and after splitting them up we need to first save it. Syntax, comments, and variables, right? So I'll say it in the D directory. It's your call. So we'll be running the program in this. That we can say print when we run it, you will see the output here. You can see. So it's more like way easy to operate from here because we can't edit the previous selections. Like I can't edit this, and in this I can edit it as many times as I want. Like I can say 1 2 3 4 blah blah blah, and here it's done. Simple as that. So next thing I wanted to tell about is that we can perform operations through it. So I can say a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, and I can say print a plus b. The value which is assigned the more recently is taken into consideration. Like let's say I have declared a variable a which has the value 1, and now if I say a is equal to 2, and if I print out the value of a, it will say 2 because it was assigned more recently. Now I have only done operations with integers, so let's talk about some strings. So how can we declare a string? So in order to declare a string, you can say a is equal to, put double quotation marks and write hello world. And now if you check the value of a, it's hello world. So that's how you declare strings. Now if I want to add two strings, now in the strings you can't add two strings, but you have to concatenate them. So what is concatenation? So for concatenation, you just have to declare two variables. Let's say a is equal to hello and b is equal to world. And to concatenate them, I can say a plus b, and that's all. Now it's a hello world. Now what if I wanted to check the type of the variable? So in order to check the type, I can say just type, and then you can put the name of the variable here, like let's say a. Now a is a class string, so it shows it's in string. And if you want to check the value of, let's say, some integer, now let me make a an integer 5, and if I check the value of a, now it's a integer because it's int now. So we can also check the length of an integer. So how do we do that? In order to perform that, we name this variable and we can say hello world, and we can say print. We are passing a function length, and in its arguments we have passed the name of the variable, that is a. So it will print out the length of the a. So let's see what happens. So it says 11. So how is it 11? It says 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it counts this empty space also, 7 8 9 10 and 11. So that's how it's counted 11. So next thing I wanted you to know is about comments. So how do we declare a comment and what is the need of it? So basically comments are used to make the code more readable. So we can add a comment by writing printing out the length of the variable a. It's time for a mini challenge. As I told you guys in the previous video, I'll be providing you mini challenges at the end of every tutorial. So what I want you guys to do is write a code which declares an integer and a string, and in that I want you guys to concatenate them. So basically you have to just declare a string and an integer and concatenate. You will face an error probably, but try researching a bit. So give it a try and I'll see you guys after the challenge. So I hope you were able to figure out the challenge. But if you didn't, let me show you how to do this. So in order to do that, we'll first declare a variable, let's say call, and an integer 911. So if we try printing out this, we'll just say a plus b, and if we run it, it shows an error that we can only concatenate a string with string, not with an integer to string. So we have to convert this variable into a string. So in order to do that, we can just simply say b is equal to string b. Now we have to put it before that so that it doesn't show any error again. And if we run it, it says call 911. So you must be thinking the most recent value assigned is taken into consideration. So earlier 911 was like this, but now we have converted 911 into string by a method in which we have to pass the parameter. So in this we just have to pass a variable to convert it into string. So what's the difference here is that earlier b was 911, but now b is equal to 911. So it might sound like a little creepy, but you need not to be scared because you'll get used to it. That's all for this video. I hope you guys like it, and make sure to subscribe the channel. Smash the like button if you liked it, dislike if you didn't.